The world you knew has grown too small. We are no longer talking about prototypes or science fiction. We are talking about a reality of steel and bytes. We present the arrival of a new giant that is here to change the rules of the game. But before we welcome it, we must understand how we got here and who dominates the field today.
Let's take a look.
It all started with the quest to walk. The Land Walker was that first reminder that we could pilot a bipedal structure, even in a rudimentary way. It wasn't fast, but it was the beginning. Shortly after, projects like the wired Mech attempted to humanize that scale, giving us the first glimpses of what we now know as a large-scale humanoid. But the world wanted to see power, and that is where robotics became a spectacle. Who doesn't remember the duel between Eagle Prime and Kuratas? It was the Rocky moment of engineering. That opened the door to more aggressive and functional designs like the Monkey King, which proved that a giant could also be agile and versatile in its movements. From combat, we moved to utility with Titan the robot, an old acquaintance that brought robotic interaction to the masses. But ambition had no ceiling. Then came Mononofu, an 8-meter beast that made us realize the limit wasn't the weight, but our ability to control it. And of course, the ultimate dream, the Gundam RX-78F00 in Japan. 18 meters of engineering that proved if we can dream it, we can build it.
I'm thinking, could you come with me to the tax payment office?
However, after decades of iron giants, we realized something. Size alone is not efficient. We have moved from the era of mobile monuments to the era of machines that actually come to work. And this is where our comparison begins today. We start this journey with the undisputed king of scale, the Archax. Developed in Japan, this 4.5-meter, 3.5-ton machine is a marvel of 26 joints piloted from an internal cabin. But its exclusivity comes at a price, $3 million. Moving a colossus like this requires special transport logistic and infrastructure that very few companies in the world can afford today. In South Korea, we find the Method 3, standing nearly 4 meters tall. Its great innovation is the replication system. The robot's arms mimic the pilot's movements down to the millimeter. Achieving this precision in such a massive body requires extreme energy management. Its high-performance batteries are an engineering milestone, allowing humans to reach the most dangerous environments with augmented strength. Different from everything before it is the prosthesis. Forget about human form or AI. This 4-meter spider-like structure is a pure racing exoskeleton. It is a hydraulic beast designed to amplify human strength by 50. It doesn't need smooth floors. It is built to run and jump in terrains where any other robot would crumble. It is pure analog power. Finally, the Titan. With a scale between 3.5 and 4 meters, it represents the most honest branch of robotics. No luxuries here, just axial stability to move fuselage parts or heavy containers. It is the tireless worker designed to endure shifts that no human could withstand, proving that in industry, size is synonymous with efficient.
We are living through the greatest industrial revolution in history. Let's keep watching.
But the road to perfection is filled with fascinating experiments that defy our imagination. We cannot talk about giants without mentioning the J-deite RIDE in Japan. It is, quite literally, a real-life transformer. A 4-meter beast capable of transforming into a functional 2-seater car in less than a minute. It is proof that engineering can be as spectacular as the movies. In a more streamlined direction, we have the FX2 by Hankook Mirai. If the Method 3 was about power, the FX2 is about elegance. It is designed for total synchronization, where the pilot controls the robotic arms with almost surgical precision. It is the closest thing today to the mechs from the movie Avatar. And when it comes to extreme mobility, we must look at the Hubo FX1. Unlike other colossi, this Korean prototype focuses on passenger transport in difficult terrain, functioning as a bionic riding chair. It is a concept that seeks to restore mobility or enhance lifting capacity in places where wheels simply cannot go. Meet Japan's giant railway maintenance robot by J.R. West. Reaching up to 12 meters high, this humanoid colossus is remotely operated via VR goggles, allowing workers to safely paint infrastructure and clear tracks from a secure cockpit. Finally, the Skeletonics. Here we move away from electric motors and enter the realm of pure mechanics. It is a giant kinetic exoskeleton that doesn't use batteries to move. Instead, it amplifies human movement through a complex system of levers and joints. It is art in motion and a demonstration that sometimes analog mechanics can be just as impactful as artificial intelligence. These projects are the necessary testing grounds. They are the missing links paving the way for large-scale robots to stop being a laboratory curiosity and start becoming a daily reality. But while the 4-meter colossi grab the headlines for their size, there is a movement in the shadows changing the rules of the game. We are talking about the big news, the Unitree GD01. Standing at 2.40 meters, the GD01 doesn't try to compete in height with the Archax, but in intelligence and deployment. Unlike the piloted models we've seen, the GD01 is born with a vocation for total autonomy. It is designed to be the first giant capable of leaving the labs and entering directly into mass production lines. What makes the GD01 truly impactful is its energy optimization. While its older brothers consume massive amounts of electricity to move their tons of weight, Unitree has achieved a balance between strength and efficiency. Its structure is lighter, and its high-torque motors are designed to work full shifts autonomously. It is not a $3 million exhibition toy. It is a tool that seeks to be affordable and, above all, scalable. It is the first giant that doesn't need a pilot, marking the start of a new era where size is no longer an obstacle to agility.
The question is no longer who is the tallest or has the most colored lights, but who is the most useful.
Is this the perfect balance between industrial scale and economic viability? The future's no longer measured in meters, it is measured in efficiency. And as we always say here, the replacement waits for no one. Let us know in the comments.
Subscribe so you don't miss the next step in this evolution. See you in the future.